phrase, winners never quit, and quitters never win. Now, most of us here, but how many of you consider that to be your personal motto? I admit it, I like to win. I like to play the game. Now, some people say, it's not about competition, it's about camaraderie. For me, it's about the competition. So I discovered the secret to winning. And I'm going to tell Glenn about that. I'm going to tell Marcy, and I'm going to tell Charles, and all the rest of you, the secret to winning at a game night. The classic board game Monopoly. We all played it, we all know it. High-end real estate like Park Place and Boardwalk, in the low-rent district of Baltic Avenue. And what piece do you like to represent yourself with? Are you fancy with a top hat? Do you clomp along as the shoe? Or do you just play it safe as the thimble? The secret to winning at a game night is to throw this old crap in the trash. You don't need Monopoly. You don't need those tired, old board games. Kill life. Quit careers. And say sorry to sorry. Because the first secret to winning at a game night is to change the game. And when you change the game, you need to change the game to apples or Cards Against Humanity. Now, these are two simple card games. They involve two different colored cards, and each person who's playing takes turns being the judge. The key to the game is the judge picks the winner each round. And it's subjective. Unlike our judges today, there's no scoring sheet, there's no point system. It's all about what the judge thinks is the best, the funniest, the most clever, perhaps the most dirty, depending on your judge. So the second secret to winning at a game night, know your judges. Know their likes. Know their dislikes. Know their sense of humor. So go home tonight, read all of their Facebook posts. Look through those family trip albums, all of them, even the blurry ones. Review their tweets and their retweets, and pull out last year's Christmas letter and read that whole thing through, front and back. Well, cat bag. My arthritis has been acting up most of the year. The basement leaked again. But on good notes, I got a 10-cent pay raise at McDonald's. That's what you need to know about these people. You need to know your family, your friends, your neighbors. Anyone can be a judge in these games. Now, if you change the game to apples, great game for any group. You can play with your Toastmasters club. You can play with your church. You can play with your grandma. And remember, the judging is subjective. So you need to know your judges. So if your judge is a good old country boy who likes himself some country music, and he plays the card scenic, you probably want to respond with a card like Dolly Parton. You decide to change the game to Cards Against Humanity. Notice this little black box. They don't sell this at Target or Toys R Us for good reason. This is not a game you play with your grandma or with children. There are words on these cards and phrases you may not be ready to explain to them quite yet. So once you've determined you have the correct adult audience for your Cards Against Humanity game, again, know your judges. If your judge is a huge movie fan and he plays the card, "But before I kill you, Mr. Bond, I must show you," you should respond with, "The Star Wars Holiday Special." Or it's a big comic book geek, and he plays the card, "What never fails to liven up the party." You respond with, "Na na 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 na, Batman!" So remember the 2 secrets to winning at a game night. Change the game and know your judges. Throw away Monopoly, those tired old board games, and get to know your family, your friends, your fellow Toastmasters. Changing the game can be really simple. I found my secret to winning. It involves board games, and I challenge each and every one of you to find your secret to winning. I challenge you to change your game. It can be very simple. I'd like to ask everyone to stand. And I have now changed the game because I now have a standing ovation.